It's getting bloody hot down here now in the New South Wales Central Coast. It's sweltering today. It must be well and truly into the 30s. This is more like summer. It's been quite clear now. It's been quite clear for about 3 days, apart from just the chemtrails you see some days that I showed there in that video yesterday. The video today, I'm not quite sure where it's going to go, but what I want to try and talk about today is just the enemy. So people that know me and know my channel will know now that I've been awake now for around about 2 years, and I've been saved by Christ for around about 6 months. And something that's become quite apparent to me is that those people in charge of the world are occultic, and everything you see is a stage. All of it. The whole thing is just lies. It's a stage, and we're being lied to prevent us from finding Christ. That's essentially what's going on the earth at the moment. And there's a few of us, those within the body of Christ, who have just got those eyes to see and ears to hear, and we see it for all it is. And it's quite powerful, and it just gets better by the day. But what I sort of want to put out there on this video is just the enemy, the enemy. So they seriously think they're going to win, don't they? So why? Why do they think they're going to win? So they really make me laugh, the enemy. So everything they do is to mock God's creation, is to use God's creation in their own benefit, and to try to really duplicate what God has already done 6,000 years ago. So God created the heavens and the earth and people 6,000 years ago. Going by the first 3 books of Genesis, it all appeared to be the same time. There doesn't appear to be any great time lapse between the earth and man. That's what I can see. I could be wrong, I don't know. But 6,000 years ago, he accomplished those things, and ever since Satan's been trying to do it, and the way he's trying to do it is it's just bizarre. It's like, whoa, where the way God do it was beautiful and pure 6,000 years ago. So they seriously think they're going to win. So by pretending shit, like by pretending they can go through the firmament to space, means they're pretending, which means they can't, which means God's better than them. I just don't get this. Like, you look at these world leaders, and they're meant to be so intelligent, but they're just so stupid. Like, they obviously know something. They know more than us, because they're the illuminated ones. They're part of the Illuminati, all that jazz, all those things that have been hijacked, but psyopted, all these terms. But they call Lucifer the light bearer, and they seriously think that they're informed. Now, Eve was informed by the serpent that there wasn't just good in the world, there was also evil in the world, and that was a heads up that Satan wanted to give her. So is there more of a heads up from Satan? Like, is there more evil, or is there more good? They're clearly more illuminated than us. So does that mean they only know more evil, or do they know more good as well? I don't know, but it's absolutely bizarre that they feel they can win because God's the creator. I don't know. So maybe there's more to come. But I'm just a stupid guy from the Central Coast who's awake and a follower of Christ. But I'm just a guy from the Central Coast. So who knows what else is coming? But clearly there's something big going on in the earth at the moment. On the earth at the moment. I'm hearing all these reports and seeing a lot of stories now on YouTube about these blue beam things that are happening in the skyline there. A bit of conjecture as to what they are, but to me it seems fairly obvious. It seems fairly clear what's going on there. They appear to be these directed weapon energy things, directed weather energy weapon things. Yeah, I can't say. I don't know what it. But, I'm not going to get stuck on it. That they used in 9/11, and they also used for these wildfires. I mean, it seems fairly apparent to me that 9/11 and these wildfires are created. They're attacks on the American public via the same technology type, and that's what this thing seems to be. I was watching Richie from Boston before, and he was saying that there was the release by the government. I can't remember what part of the government. There was a release by the government recently to prepare yourself for not having power grid for 30 days or something. And then lo and behold, when these blue things start appearing in the sky, they turn into these wrecking machine things that are taking out the power grid, which is a monopoly. So take from that what you will, but to me it appears to be something happening. There's something massive brewing in the US at the moment. I watched the video there before where Albert Pike, his prophecies are coming true, and they're not prophecies. just orders from Satan. He prophesied World War I and II, and his prophecies would indicate that World War III is also quite imminent. So there's something massive brewing here. I've also recently learned a lot of stuff about the Jews and the true Jews and who they might be. Not the people that are in Israel right now, and who knows who the 12 tribes of Israel are. But I don't know, you look at this world that's run by satanic liars, and you just think, okay, who are the most suppressed people in the world? Who are the people who have the less money, the low socioeconomic group, the people that the left cry for their rights and all that sort of stuff? Who are they in each country? In America, you've got and I'm just going to use the word Negro because that's what they always were to me in the 70s, and I mean no disrespect to no one, but that's what are you now? I don't do politically correct. I'm just a guy from Australia, from the Central Coast, who just talks and just sees shit. So the Negroes in America, they would appear to be the most suppressed. The Aboriginals here, black people in general all over the world. So you just wonder because, I mean, people ask why was the colour of Christ important, and the Pope portrayed him as a white person, and white people are running Israel, and Jesus clearly wasn't white. I know it doesn't say it in the Bible, but he wouldn't have been white because he was Hebrew. So he's Middle Eastern, so he was a dark colour at best, so there's no way he was white. But this white psyop that's going on now, where they apparently worship Jesus in the Catholic Church, but nothing could be further from the truth. They push this lie that Jesus was white, so it gives them, in Israel now, those people running Israel who are not Jews, it gives them the right to run Israel, and everybody just thinks they're the poor persecuted Israelites, where they're nothing of the sort. They're, well, I'm not going to say what they are because, you know, truth gets censored, and I like my YouTube channel and I'd like it to keep going. So I hope this sort of makes sense. Clearly to me, there's something brewing in the earth. Something major is happening in the earth right now. Draw all your energy on Christ, because he's the only one that's going to get us out of this. He's the only one that's, I don't know, 2 years ago I just thought I had nowhere to turn. A year ago I had nowhere to turn. I was in this earth that was run by Satanists, and I just thought, why am I here? What have I done to deserve to be here? This place is horrendous. I want nothing to do with it. And then boom, you find Christ, and that's the missing link. That's the missing link in all this, and he just gives you all this power from within, where you become a different person. You all of a sudden have these different abilities. And well, they're probably the abilities I always had, and now I embrace them, and I don't doubt myself, and I just go for it, and I just speak what's true and what's right. So how on earth they think they can win over God is beyond me. I'm glad I'm on God's side. I'm glad I'm not on their side. There's clearly something going on in America at the moment. The attacks are becoming more frequent, and they appear to be, there's no way this blue thing in the sky was done by accident. It was deliberate. They're showing us what they're doing. They're doing it with chemtrails. For all those years, people have been saying chemtrails are real, and they've been made out to be idiots, and now the government is openly admitting that they're chemtrailing, but they do it in the name of global warming, in the name of science, to keep us safe. So the evidence is there. We're not conspiracy theorists. We're just people with eyes to see and ears to hear. Blessed to all those people. Blessed to all those people in America who are under attack by their own government. And those of you within the body of Christ, stay strong. Draw your energy from Christ, and just try and bring as many people into the temple as you can, because in this dark hour, in these last hours of the earth, the only energy we can draw on is from Christ, and the only way out is through Christ.